got to lean in.
Woo. Okay. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of The Lean for the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We are literally one episode away before the finale, so I'm like so excited. Oh my God, can you not tell? It's been, I realized Jersey, they don't really have long seasons anyway. So I know they said this season was cut short, but was it really cut short?
I think maybe by like an episode or two.
Yeah,
maybe
not by much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really truly believe that all housewives should follow this type
Yes.
of what does he call it? Can't you think of this cadence? Because get them in, get them out. These seasons are gonna be 16, 17, 18, 25 episodes long. Beverly Hills, for what? It's the same
At
drama.
all.
What's going on, Jamie and Sammy? Danny's not going to be here today, but he may be here next week. He should be next week as we get towards the end. We always have everybody on the panel. But how you doing, Sammy? I'm glad that you are feeling better.
You up on your good foot, Sammy?
I'm feeling well. Both of them are good at the moment because they're ready.
Jamie just said he was such a good friend, but he poking jokes while you down.
As soon as the camera gets rolling, he turns
right. It's crazy. And Jamie, how are you today? You look very warm. Is it not hot?
No, my AC is beautiful. I got my fan on. I got my AC on 69 because I have power here in Dallas. I've got a floor fan. It's great. It's great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day to be cooled.
You know what? I'm not going to deal with this. What's going on, everybody? We see Amanda's in the chat. Lisa, Candy. Is this Candy Bears? Is it like Candace? Who Candy? No, I'm just talking.
Not Candy Burrs, please.
MJ, Latasha, April, how y'all doing in the chat? We are, like I said, at the end of this show, this season. It's been a very quiet summer for us, but that's intentional. If you were here in the fall, winter, we was busy. So I've enjoyed this time of slowness. It's actually been great. Make sure I hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as we get to the end of the season. They haven't announced what the reunion thing is going to be. They said it's like some kind of conversation of the finale. So I guess we'll see what that's about and we'll be here for. But hopefully it's one part because I'm just saying.
Hopefully because I have to rewatch the finale.
We don't watch them watch the reunion.
It's just crazy. I mean, this sounds like a watch party versus a reunion. I don't know.
Very that.
Okay, all right, y'all. So let's get into the episode. Episode was okay. It was funny, unintentionally funny. I did laugh at a few parts. I will say Marge had me cracking up this entire episode, and not just because of the stunt she pulled at the end, but just some comments that she made. It's just you clearly see when she's mad, she just says anything. We pick up this episode with just a small scene of Rachel, her daughter. We know that she had to have a surgery on her tongue, right? Like earlier this season. And so we get an update. On her
palate.
Right. We get an update on her daughter, in her, like how she's progressing as she's speaking and she's standing up. So nothing really there. We see a scene with Jen and Bill, Jen Aiden, or the Aidens rather. And Jen is talking about the conversation that she had with the ladies about their sex. And she also talks about the guys getting together. So apparently later on, the guys are splitting up. Obviously there's a little tension between some of the guys early this season. Louie's not really seeing eye to eye with Joe. John is not really don't really care. Well, I don't know how John and Paulie are, but I'm pretty sure there's still something there. And then obviously now with Danielle and Jen, Aiden having an issue. Even in this scene, Jen says that Nate is the new bitch boy. I was like, oh my God. Y'all think that's the new bitch boy? I didn't really get bitch boy personally. But did y'all said that? I was like, Jen.
I'm more concerned if once Danielle hears that, she's gonna pop her again. Like, you don't learn your lesson, Jennifer Aiden.
Yeah.
I didn't get bitch boy. It was just him looking out for his wife. Jen
that's kind of what I got too. I didn't get bitch boy. That's just me. Yeah, and let me know what y'all think in the chat. I may not necessarily care for Danielle all the time these days, but Nate seems to be cool. He don't seem to be in the women's business. I don't have an issue with him. So Jen, stop that. Everybody's not a bitch boy when you get into it with a wife. Okay, it's not how that works. So then she talks about the trip, of course, with with Jennifer Fessler, and then Dolores that's coming up. Then we see a scene with Dolores and Jen Fessler talking about the trip, and in this moment, Dolores is talking about how she found this nice house that has a guest home. Have two, sorry, has a guest house, and she's gonna put Teresa and them in there. That way they don't have to be together. But although Teresa has confirmed, she feels like she's going to be there. Any thoughts on either of those scenes between Rachel and her daughter, Jen, Bill, the Aidens, or Dolores and Jen Fessler planning this trip? Because nothing really happened. Just kind of like some setup scenes.
I'm glad to see the baby is up and walking and moving and stuff.
Jamie, you have nothing? Nothing? What you laughing at?
Why would you? I'm happy to see the babies up walking.
Because like, she was saying that, once she had the surgery, she should be able to be.
Why would you do that? Yes, God bless that baby. God bless that baby.
I will say, I do think that Jen, she don't be understanding how the husbands are taking up for their wives. It's not always a bitch boy move because
her husband don't do it.
Her husband don't
do it.
She don't get it. Maybe she's a little envious or something. Maybe that's what that is.
Look, jealousy is loud. Insecurity is loud. I like this Fessler Dolores like little side, like what is the word I'm looking for? Like side quest, side group. I'm enjoying them. I like Fessler. I know in our group chat y'all been lighting her up. I love me some Fessler. Fessler has been one of the saving graces this season. She's pushing shit forward while still playing both sides. She's not as emotional as Jackie has been. Jackie seems to have lost her power a little bit. Fessler is chugging along. Thank God for her. Because without that, we'd be stuck still on whatever they were arguing about episode 1.
I don't think Fessler's chugging along. I think she's tagging along. She's very spineless at this point to me. Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to the next scene because I have some things to add. So in this scene, Jen Fessler decides to meet with Marge, and they're going to this place and to eat or whatever, and they start off the conversation. Well, first off, apparently Jen Fessler has been stung by a bee, and there's bees swarming around. So she's just very scared. No shade, me too. Whether I've been stung or not, I haven't been stung since I was a kid, so I'll be doing the same thing. Like, girl, it's bees around here, but Marge, whatever. She talks about Joe not having a biopsy for his possible cancer situation, and that he hasn't gone. So they talk about that a little bit, and then that's kind of been Marge's storyline lately outside of this with Teresa. Because if you think about it, I mean, Marge really hasn't. What has she really done this season? I mean, it hasn't really been about her. I mean, I can't recall up until here recently that anything that's she's been really involved in outside of telling Jen Fessler who and who she cannot talk to. That's kind of been her thing. Jen Fessler, I feel like, has been way more involved than Marge.
She has,
like 100% involved with everything. And so Jen Fessler talks about the meeting that Teresa announced last week that she's going to have. So apparently at this meeting, this is where the attorney is supposed to come and tell all the ladies why she's been so stressed and what has been happening with this case as to what has been having her stressed. And so once she tells Marge is just like, upset. Obviously, she is just like, wait, who's going? Who's all invited? And so she tells who's going. She says Dolores. She calls Dolores. She doesn't let Dolores speak. She calls Danielle, and Danielle answers the phone. I don't know what she's gonna say. I'm just gonna go. I'm just like, both of y'all are kind of caving in right now, because I mean, when you think about somebody having a meeting to talk about something that someone said or did in a case, and it can't be good. I mean, not if it's like anything legal related, but whatever. This is how they go. Now, what took me out in this moment, in this scene, was because I guess she thought it was a dinner party. And Jen Fess was like, no, it's not a dinner party. She's like, wow, there's not going to be any food? How disrespectful. I was like, what? Oh, wait, do you want her to have it, or do you not want her to have it?
Marge was spiraling.
She was spiraling. And so, she... in this whole moment, like, what were y'all thoughts? Because she was kind of like calling all the people that were going to the party. And Jen Fessler says, oh my God, now that you put it this way, I feel bad. I'm gonna text Teresa and say I'm not gonna go. I should text her, right? And I'm like, Jen Fessler, like you was giving big Jen, and now lately you were just the people what they were saying early in the season. I see it. Like I like Jen Fessler, but it's just like, girl, there's nothing that happened in this meeting with you and Marge, this conversation that changed the whole purpose of the meeting. I mean, you would think that Teresa was in front of her and she told her what the meeting was about because you still going into the meeting blind. So I didn't understand what happened in this meeting other than you feeling upset. Feeling a way that your friend is mad about it, which you should have known that Marge is never going to be okay with that. So I don't know. What's y'all thoughts? I'll start with you, Jamie, because I know you like Jen Fessler. I do like her, but I was just confused on how she just completely just acted like anything new came from this meeting with Marge. I was just like, huh?
So it's scenes like this that remind me of why I used to like Marge. Whenever she's not being miserable, she is unintentionally, when she probably does intend to be. She's funny. She's a mess. She's an evil bitch who takes delight in causing other people like disdain and discomfort. But she's really, really funny. Like you could tell that she didn't know what to say. She's called, who's going to be there? Who's going to be there? Is Paula going to be there? Is Dolores going to be there? Who's going to be there? Tell me who's going to be there. I'm going to call him. Like I love that when she is not in control of a situation, she does not know how to like interact or how to control those emotions. And so I thought Dolores was going to cuss her out because she was coming in at Dolores hot, and Dolores is like, I don't know what we got. Like, girl, get off my phone. Get off my phone. As far as Jen, like, I don't know what y'all want from Jen Fessler. At the beginning of the season, y'all were mad that she was taken up for Teresa and mad that she seemingly ditched Marge, mad that she turned her back on Rachel Fuda, and now that she's back over there trying to protect Marge, she flip-flopping from Teresa. Like, this is my square.
What I'm saying is, what changed between her saying, okay, sure, I'm going to come, to now I'm going to text her. I can't. Nothing changed. The meeting was...
Marge screaming in her face.
Teresa was very clear about what the meeting was about.
Very clear.
She never...
Well, because she knows Teresa's going to tell her anyway. She don't got to be at the meeting for Teresa to tell her.
It's just crazy. It was just crazy to me. Like, yeah.
I wanted her to tell Marge, like, yes, I'm going to go.
If I was them ladies, I would not deal with Jen Fessler because she flip-flopping back. She just don't know what she want to do.
Yeah, we want Jen Fessler to beat Jen Fessler. This is probably the first time I agree with Melissa in a while when she was on Watch What Happens Live, when she said, we want Jen to just do what she said she's going to do. She tell us one thing and then she do another thing. You knew what that meeting was about. Teresa specifically said, there's some things that's been going on in the case that Marge has been doing that I want to tell y'all about. Marge and Teresa are not on good terms. So what the hell did you think you was going to go over there and hear, Jen Fessler? You went over there. I guess you thought she was doing a good duty by telling Marge beforehand.
Yeah.
I went there for this. And when Marge spiraled out and started calling and cussing people out, Fessler was like, you know what? Let me text her until I'm not going to come. At that point, I just thought, I was enjoying Fessler. She's been good throughout the season. She's been good to have because she's playing a role. She just don't know which role she's playing, and that's what's starting to. That's what's become annoying to me. It's very agitating to see her do one thing. And I said this early on when we first started reviewing. I see why Marge is upset with her. You tell me this, and I ask you not to do it, then you go and do it anyway. Then you come back to me acting confused. Like, I get why they were on her.
I see why everybody has an issue.
Well, I mean, Marge does the same thing.
Well, true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Teresa does the same thing.
We're not rooting for Marge.
Jennifer does the same thing.
All these guys. How so?
I can't hear you.
How so?
Yeah.
Well, Teresa's consistently flip-flopping on stuff and saying like she's done with this person, then she makes up with them, or she's, I'm not going to talk to her ever again, but she's actively like we'll get to the conversation. Like she said it was dead.
As far as a friend is how is she betraying a friend? And then
you don't remember the season where she ratted out Danielle after Danielle pulled Marge's hair? You don't remember that?
Yeah.
We forgot that.
But were they friends?
She didn't flip flop on that. Yeah, no, she was friends. Absolutely.
An issue with you being friends and not being friends or making up with the old friends, stuff like that. But in real time, in one whole season, we have literally seen Jen Fessler side with Teresa, Go against Marge. Tell Marge that she is not her puppet, and maybe we should be friends no more. But then all of a sudden now you go to one little meeting with some bees and some barbecue and an omelet, and you don't want to go to it. It just doesn't like.
That's
There's nothing
probably what it
wrong with
was.
that. But it's
But
like
she's still friends with everybody. She ain't bad mouthing nobody.
It's the fact that every time she get around Marge, she gets stung by a damn bee up there. She probably like, you know what? If I go to this meeting, this lady's gonna release the nest.
She's gonna release the bees in the AC unit.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody flip flops at least once in their life. She flip flops 5 times a day. It's just crazy. Like Jesus Christ, I cannot.
No, I'm gonna defend her. That's my man.
You know,
That's my man. I'm gonna stick beside her.
Yeah, you stuck beside a lot of people, Jamie. Don't forget.
Not me. Surely not me.
How many of those people have stuck around and he stuck by?
You know,
I'm
Sammy, where's Candy? Where's Candy, Sammy? Where's Candy? Oh, okay, sure.
After running it for 14 consecutive seasons.
Oh, she ran? Candy ain't never run anywhere.
You know, Jamie used to like Anna Marie. He liked Anna Marie.
That's a lie. Cortez. Cortez.
You like Diana.
No, that's a whole different. We're talking about different shows. We are talking about Real Housewives of Newark, New Jersey. Let's get back to it.
The lady over there on Salt Lake City.
Not the lady. Not the lady.
I'm not saying her name. You know that lady. Hey,
y'all love bringing up the past.
Yeah, you just brought up the past.
Time I go with Teresa,
but did y'all have any other thoughts on this conversation? I thought it was funny. I mean, Marge was definitely just going, and I don't know. She was not happy. It's like I put it. She was not happy.
I did that. That's how I knew she did that shit. I mean, we all knew that she did it, but that's how you know when Marge does something when she's just I can't believe this. How dare she? Like, okay, you're a little too bothered.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about it some more later on because it comes back up again. But in the next scene...
Can someone boot Amanda K off this chat?
Oh, you got Jay back in my guards. Yeah. Do you want
to chat? She's not talking about me because that's not how you spell my name. She ain't talking about me.
Well, you know, per Asia, they be changing his name, so we don't know really what it is.
See, there you go, bringing up the past. Me and Asia put our stuff to rest.
In the next scene, or one of the next scenes, Teresa is just talking to Louie and her and who was that? Wait a minute, that was his dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, because of what?
Not you thought it was Teresa's daddy.
I did. I mean, I knew one, but I was like, wait.
Back for his pajamas.
Correct. Not the pajamas, Lord, that Louie wears every night. That is still so weird to me.
So weird.
But Teresa talks about Jen Fester backing out, and this says that she wasn't gonna bash Marge; she just was gonna reveal, all the things that have been happening. And I was like, there's some truth to that. I think the meeting could still happen without Marge being bashed, because I mean, technically, we'll talk about the meeting, but she wasn't bashed. She just was said whether it's true or not, it was some things that was said that she was a part of, and I don't think that's really bashing. But we do find out that the charges and all things have been dropped and everything was ruled in his favor. So I guess does that mean the restraining orders dropped too, or is that still in effect? I don't really know.
It said that it was when they show like the clips of the articles that it was dropped. Like she didn't get it was denied.
Okay. Any thoughts on that scene? Fabu, to the guys' night, both of the men this night. No.
I wish we didn't have guys' nights.
Okay. I could go right past that.
Oh, so y'all don't want to talk about John Fuda almost dying?
Trump was closer to death than John Fuda, and I don't believe either of them.
Okay, so just quickly, at Joe's is first up, both of them were really weird. Just because I don't know. No, even though those guys over there at Joe Gorgas' little event are very annoying, it's probably more fun over there because they're just kind of wild. They give me frat boys, kind of like, I mean, he's peeing in the bathroom while he's like allegedly dying and all these things. And they're like, God, get him to the hospital. All these things happening. Meanwhile, over at Louie's little function, they're like recording audio bits.
Louie loves recording weird videos with other men.
I was like, what is up with this? Is a trend now.
It's a pattern. It's a pattern.
Yeah, it was. Which one would you attend? Which if you between these two, which one would you attend?
Teresa's lunch.
What?
Talk
No, between
talk
these
about
two,
Marge. No, I won't. I don't have to. I
you
don't have
have
to
to
go.
go. You
Well,
have
you
to
know
I don't
go
have to
what?
go.
I
because
saw
that's your only way to go.
Joe Gorga had a chef and them big old steaks, so I was going over there. He had
Okay.
the tequila and the drinks.
You're gonna
I was
fix
going
a plate,
to drink and then leave.
fix a plate, and go home.
Yeah, I mean they peed in front of each other. I'd rather be over there. You know, that's just my kind of party.
I heard you were into that. I heard you were into that.
Yeah, whatever.
I heard you were into that.
That's the way I would probably be. But it's like everybody in the chat is saying Louis' party was a little
They going to Louis party?
Well, no. They're saying like his party was weird.
It
Like
was a little. Ugh.
it seems like nobody is like it. Because I mean, regardless of us liking Teresa, we still feel a way about Louis. Louis is still a red hot chili pepper that is weird. So that's not gonna change whether she with him or not. But hey, yeah, I would rather be over there too. But any thoughts on either of these scenes? Nothing really happened. Like I said, John Fuda damn near almost died. Apparently,
No.
he's okay. And then the guys over at Louis recorded these devotional speech audio bit things.
I thought the devotional speeches it was just dumb. Like I didn't get it. I didn't understand. Like we came over here to have a boys' night to have a good time. You got us in the damn studio recording Love No
For free?
Wives.
Yeah.
For free?
And then I just John Fuda, he's like a top tier pick me. Me Italian, me so strong, I don't need a doctor. Like, boy, go and let them people get you together before your throat close up and you fall out on the camera.
No, let him. Let him.
TV, but it was just annoying. Like he just really wants to be. It gives like a brat. Like he really wants to be included. And then when who was it? Fessler's husband. When he came, he was like, "I thought you traded sides on me." Like
That was
he really
so
thinks,
weird.
He really thinks it's about him. Like it's not about you, John Fuda. None of this is about you. You have been
It's
probably
not.
you and your wife have been the most annoying things about this entire season so far to me. He really, and then the whole pajamas things and constantly bringing up, I'm taking a page out of your brother-in-law's book.
I'm like, we get it. We
Out
get
of
it.
all this, I really hope the Fudas are like the first ones to just get the boot.
Well, they did confirm there's going to be a reboot.
Maybe for the reunion, Bravo cameras can follow them getting letters of termination. I would watch that.
And
like, sorry, your service
is. She can walk in on out with him. We can see her do her final walk, and they can all just go head on.
You proud of that, Sammy? You proud of that?
You know what I
am. You bully.
I'm not a bully. I'm just tired. They came over here. They ruined my show. And I am so annoyed.
This was your show.
Okay,
I did not really watch Jersey before I started reviewing it. With y'all. I mean, I knew like some of the scenes, but I didn't watch all. I didn't go back and watch a lot of it until I started reviewing it. So I know that you was like one of the first people that I knew that loved Jersey. So I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. So here we are. All right. So one last scene before we get to the final scene, which is Teresa's tell-all event. It just basically was Dolores and Paulie, and Paulie is talking about what happened at Louis' event and how they recorded the little audio thingies or whatever. And she's just so smitten. I like how he said the wives and girlfriends because.
Be clear.
Be very clear.
She still liked it. And then we find out that the home for the trip was burned down to the ground. And I was just like, oh my gosh. That is definitely a sign. Because if it didn't burn down from a flame, it was going to burn down from them ladies trying to reconcile. Like it just was
absolutely.
And it's so funny because our show was like, I thought they weren't taking a trip. And then we over here leading up to a trip. And it dawned on me that they said they weren't taking a trip. And then this was supposed to be a trip. So. But I guess I thought maybe they thought that because the Berkshires are, where's it at? That's in
New York, like right outside upstate New York, I thought. Or in upstate
so I
New
thought
York.
maybe they was considering like not like an international trip, but I didn't put two and two together. So that happens. But and then she talks about Marge calling her, and she just basically says there's nothing that Teresa could tell her that she doesn't already know or wouldn't already find out or would change her mind. So she's still going to the meeting. And that's just that on that. Any final thoughts on this scene before we get to the last scene?
Did you catch her making fun of Paulie?
So that's the thing. This is the second time she said talked. And I don't know if she's You think she's making fun of him, or she just doing?
She was mimicking his
I've never heard
exact
Dolores
speech.
not be able to speak properly, so I was like,
At
what?
Because
all.
the thing is, she's doing it so fast. It's like her. It's like it's almost like is that how they talk to each other? Because it's like
Maybe she's trolling him boots.
He don't even
She,
care.
go,
he don't.
she said, "What do you mean tings?"
Yeah, team, and then she said team, and then this she said talk. Like he said thought, and she said
My
thought.
tot. She was like, "Oh, is it really the tots?"
I don't know. Like,
Oh, I love it. That
Jamie,
poor man.
is in Massachusetts.
It's the
It's
same
not.
thing.
No, it's actually not. So don't be out here
Same
making me
thing.
look crazy. Okay.
I'm sorry,
you.
United Nations. Sorry.
Thank you, Byron. Please, thank you, Byron, because see,
Thank
Jamie
you.
had me out looking crazy.
Thank you. Secretary of Transportation, you know how to
I'm
get us
still
everywhere.
worldwide, but I'm not. When it comes to nationwide, I don't know. A lot of things.
Not on my side.
Ain't on my side. All right, so this last scene was Teresa's tell-all, and so all the ladies are there, and it's just interesting because this whole lead up to this moment of sitting down, everybody's just putting so much emphasis on Teresa being so stressed. She's never been so stressed in her life, and even when she was going to jail, she wasn't this stressed. I'm like, girl, please. Now I believe a lot of things, but you have to know that she was stressed when she went to jail. I mean, that's the whole situation, but neither here nor there. That's what they're trying to portray. Gia is there. I felt like Gia didn't have to be there, but
Yeah. It's okay, Gia. You can go upstairs.
I put out the same thing, but hey, she wanted her there. And so the attorney gives his backstory on his involvement and how he's been a part of her life ever since, her going to jail, and how, basically this situation was going on before Teresa and Louie even got together. So he gives a backstory and talks about how in 2021, Marge had allegedly been talking to the ex. Now they can't say the ex, they can't say this person's name, I guess for whatever reason, maybe legal gag order, I don't know.
Yeah.
But everyone knows what they're talking about, and it's crazy because he's trying his hardest not to say ex or this woman, but everybody at the table, Dolores, Jen, the ex, the ex. Y'all, please, you can't say it like they keep saying it.
Call her the lady. The lady.
The lady. That's just how it works well. So apparently, Marge was subpoenaed in 2021. She denied going because at that time she was accused of talking to the woman. And so because Louie and the woman can't have a conversation, all the information was being relayed through Marge, allegedly. That's what he was basically telling them. Basically saying that, and they show all these clips from like when Teresa and Marge first started having 2-3 years ago, whenever it was. And you see Teresa saying, "Have you been talking to somebody?" I don't know if that means that she knew then, or maybe this case had been going on since. I don't know, but it seems like based off the footage, that she was kind of hitting the nail right on the head. And Teresa's not the smartest, but she may have been onto something. So Dolores says it's not really shocking, but at the same time, she doesn't know if it's true. Jackie is involved, and Jackie says she doesn't know anything about, like, Marge hasn't told her anything, so her name is clear. I don't think that's true. I definitely don't think that's true, because I think if Marge was doing, she definitely was talking to Jackie because they both was on a can't stand Teresa train. You got to know that she's part of the conversations, but that's what Jackie.
If Jackie had been behind it, Jackie would have told Marge she was. Marge is smart enough. She's gonna let Jackie hang herself, but Marge is never gonna implicate herself to Jackie. Marge is smarter than that.
So you don't think that Marge? You don't think Jackie knew anything about this stuff?
I think that Marge was the blogs. The blogs are saying this. She was probably she's feeding information, but I don't think she ever came out and said that she was also the one a part of it. Like when Marge does her dirty work, she keeps things. And at that point, why wouldn't Jackie have said? Marge has confirmed that, because Marge did that.
Teresa, have they built some type of bond? I'm not going to sit and say, oh yeah, I did know, I knew that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think Marge is smarter than that. Yeah, I think Marge is smarter than that.
I think Jackie knew though. Even for Marge, what she says on the preview, do you really want to tell Teresa what you've been doing? Like they both were doing.
I think Jackie suspected.
They both were telling each other. I think they. Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie hands are not clean. Maybe a little bit in this one, but they got a little poo poo on them. Maybe on the back of them, in the front.
She got a little sandwich on them.
Yeah, a little mustard, a little ketchup,
a little tuna.
Oh, not tuna. That's what I had earlier. That was so good. And so Danielle, she takes the moment in her confession. Of course, she didn't say it out loud, but she says, she doesn't think what Marge is being accused of is any different than what Teresa and Jen have been doing. In terms of Laura, and I know his name is Bodito, I call him Bolo, but the whole situation with
Not Bolo.
last year. So she says that. So I'm curious to see, what Teresa feels about that, and just because she made that comment, and then we get a ding dong at the doorbell. And I was like, okay, what's going on at the door? So at the door is like this little funeral arrangement of these like flowers. And it takes Teresa a minute to read it. And when she does, it says, sorry for the loss of your dignity. Love, Marge. And I because it was so funny to be like, what the hell? Teresa is upset. She's like, oh yeah, tell her to shove it up her ass and get it off my lawn. I laughed so hard.
Oh my gosh.
So she goes back in and tells everybody what just came to the door. And what's her name? Dolores tells the ladies that the house is burned down, and Teresa says that's an ohm. And
she said it 3 times. It's an ohm. It's an ohm. Danielle's like, it's an omen, girl.
Like, omen. She's like, girl. Oh yeah, that. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, that's how the episode ends. It was actually,
oh my gosh,
to me, that little arrangement, and then the ohm. It definitely was an ohm. Sammy, what are your thoughts?
So my thing with this, I can get in regards to Teresa giving that information. I get that it wasn't like jaw dropping the way that Dolores said, but my issue that I'm taking with Dolores when it comes to this is you're saying that you see Teresa withering away and she's so stressed and you can tell she's so frustrated and she's going through it behind this. But then you say that there's nothing that she can tell you in regards to the situation that will really make you, look at Marge differently. Then how concerned are you really when it comes to that? And I don't think what I wish Teresa would have explained was it's not more so that she's been doing it, but it's the fact that she was lying. Like everybody's saying, like Danielle said, what's the difference? Well, the difference was, Danielle, you sit at the table with Jennifer while she was on the phone with Teresa, and they told you, they admitted that they were speaking to Laura. Marge is not doing that. Marge has lied consistently for 3 years while making it seem like, because we know Teresa's not the best at conveying things. So she's pointing fingers and made Teresa look like, oh, she's a damn fool. She's thinking this. It's really, she needs to be worried about Louie, when the woman was right. Like, you have been talking to this girl and she has been feeding you information. Y'all been doing whatever y'all been doing. And now that there is legal paperwork that can pin you to it, now you're losing your damn mind. Granted, the whole burial flower of the wreath, it was good. It was classic Housewives. But to me, it still did not omit the fact that Teresa was right. If you said in this woman's face, y'all made up and you were playing nice in her backyard, getting invitations to the wedding, but you were still being conniving and going behind this woman's back, dealing with this woman, with the ex, knowing that it was causing issues for Louie. So that's what Teresa really should have kind of voiced that was frustrating for her. The information itself, like, I knew Marge was talking to the damn woman. I didn't need the lawyer or no kind of investigation to come and tell me that. But it's the fact that she was doing it and she was saying that she was not doing it. As far as the difference for me is Teresa and Jen, when they were doing their trash moves, they had Danielle right at the table telling her, look, this is what we're doing and this is who we're doing it with. Marge Marge has confessed now, because you see she was spiraling on the camera, but then she was doing interviews on radio stations. Oh, the big woo is that I was talking to the lady. Okay, yeah, I was talking to her. Now it's just, yes, I was doing it, but when you were caught initially, you lost your damn mind and called everybody in the Rolodex and cussed them out. So it just showed her character. Like, it was just trash to me.
Okay. I can understand that, because I can say, like, I watched the episode late, so in like the chat, y'all were coming at Dolores pretty hard, and so I didn't understand it, and I don't know if my feelings are as strong as y'all's. But I do understand, because Teresa did look very skinny. When they did the flashbacks of just 2 years ago where her and Marge were arguing, she was obviously and very visually more not the way she looked today. But I also am not going to pin that all on Marge. Like, Louie's a hot ass mess. Louie's had this drama with his ex-wife way before Marge got involved. Louie is getting sued left and right by random people. Louie ain't got no job. Louie's, getting liens put against him. Like, Teresa is having to deal with the consequences of her own decisions. And those decisions are Louie. Now, Marge certainly didn't help with anything, and her actively like poking at something did exasperate the stress that Teresa already has. But Teresa is also the kind of lady that has no problem poking at somebody else's shit. She's done that for the last 13, 14 seasons. So I'm kind of like, okay, you're getting a little taste of your own medicine now. You had no problem bringing up the book, bringing up Danielle's past, bringing up, her being a prostitute, her changing her, like all this stuff you didn't have any problem bringing up. So forgive me if I'm a little hesitant to be empathetic to your plight. As far as Dolores is concerned, I think she sees that Teresa's stressing out, but some of her, I mean, I think she said it in so many words. She doesn't, like, if Teresa's happy, she's happy. Like, that's it. Meaning, if she's choosing Louie, like, that's my homegirl, I'm going to back her up. But I don't think Dolores necessarily likes Louie either. And I think she knows that the situation is a bad situation because she sided with Marge on a lot of stuff when it comes to her viewpoints on Louie. So that's probably why she ain't tripping. She's like, okay, girl, well, nothing you're going to say is going to change anything because I know what all this is stemming from. You're mad at the wrong person.
Yeah, I get that. I don't want anybody to think that I feel like Marge is the sole reason because, of course, like you said, Louie and the ex, they were having issues prior to. But Marge jumping, like you said, Louie has no job. He said that was a reason, it came from all the stuff coming out on the show, which came through the mouth of Marge. So I just feel like she played a much bigger part than everybody is saying. Well, it's not her. She's not fully responsible. No, of course not. Louie and the one who were going at it before, but Marge played a much bigger part that people are actually holding her accountable for.
I think what made it nasty, I think for me, it wasn't so much that how big of a part or how whatever. I think that was a little bit of a turnoff for me was that she was so gleeful in participating in this. Like, I understand you have stuff against castmates and it's kind of like, okay, I don't like this girl, but whatever. But like Jersey has gotten to the point where they legitimately are actively plotting on how to ruin the other's life. And that's where it stops being entertaining. It's just like, y'all are 60. Like what do you got going? Your husband's got cancer or fighting cancer, possibly could. Is this where you're going to put your energy into? Like, girl, at some point you got to concede and just say, okay, like, can we find another storyline? Because this is 5 years that people are exhausted of.
Yeah, I think my biggest ick with it was that they made up, but she was still doing the things that were causing problems. So,
yeah.
I'll say when you talked about just really quickly, Sammy, about the fake concern from Dolores. That's very true. When you really think about it, it's like, she's supposed to be, she went off on Jen. Don't talk to her like that, and all these things. And it's kind of weird to see somebody, be there for somebody, and still kind of support the person that is maybe possibly causing, the issues for. It's just weird. And honestly, when they do a reboot, I know people said some people say keep Dolores. I do think she should leave. I just think that when it comes to that whole thing that Carrie used to say, I don't ride the fence, she ride me, baby. Dolores she rides the fence and she ain't getting off the fence. Okay, and it's kind of like after a while, it's like, damn, Dolores, like pick a side. Pick something, stand for something on this file. I don't know. But I agree with that. That's just kind of weird. So in one moment, Dolores is always saying there's nothing, because what she likes to pride herself is saying that she gives people the benefit of the doubt. I think she really lives by that. I think that she feels like regardless of what she hears, it's almost like she wants to seek the truth. But I think even if she found the truth, she still would be just as blindly loyal. I mean, I don't know what else she really needs, or maybe she needs it to be like in her face that something happened, but it's kind of like crazy.
And because I love Dolores and I hate that this is how I'm feeling about her, but it also could be that she probably feels like they all just doing it to each other, so hell with it. But
that's it. I think if Teresa was more innocent,
say that versus just making it seem like you're so concerned at the same time. Child, I don't care about what Teresa finna show us. Like, say why you feeling the way you're feeling.
Yeah, I agree. So we got the season finale next week. It's like it's gonna go down. so it should be pretty. You know, what I mean,
What makes you say that?
you didn't get an interview.
Oh no, I'm very aware of what's gonna go down.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Look, we're gonna have a good episode to talk about. So hopefully we can get all of the of us four on here next week, to talk about it. And yeah, so make sure y'all like this video. We got 2 callers in the queue. I'm gonna let them on, and we'll get ready to get out of here. But the episode overall, it was entertaining. It was entertaining in ways that I thought it wouldn't be. You know, I was surprisingly entertained. But honestly, Marge was probably the most entertaining to me. I know somebody said in the chat about the whole flowers thing was kind of whack. Listen, it was funny.
No, that was hilarious.
I thought
because it was unhinged.
I felt like Danielle, like that was some cold shit.
Yeah, I know.
The funniest thing to me probably was this episode, and it's not. You know, Teresa has lost a lot of weight, but it's just her little small body running through the house, panicking when the people knocking on the door
with that big ass hair. Just
yeah.
I lost my voice. I'm so stressed, but she was running through the house back.
For me, when Teresa said, "Guys, gonna blow your mind," it was Marge, and everybody is just like.
But you know what? Shout out to Jennifer for still being a ride or die. That
Listen,
calling me a hypocrite. That's right, Jen. Ride for your girl. Everybody else saying
that had nothing to do with Teresa. That was all Jen.
Jen didn't want to hear.
You know what also took me out too when Marge had called Joe when he was at the function at Joe's function, and she was telling him about everybody was gonna be at the event. She was like, he's gonna be there, she's gonna be there, and that fat fucking attorney. It took me out. She was just going all out. That took me out too. I laughed out loud to it. That fucking attorney. All right, so I'm gonna let our callers on, and we'll get out of here. Our first call is going to be Lisa. Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Hey, Lisa.
How y'all guys doing tonight? I'm gonna tell y'all something. The reason why I believe she was scared because that's why she didn't go to court. Because if she went to court, it'd be on public record that she was part of the whole thing. Okay, because then court records are when you go trials are not public. They have public transcripts of what goes on on the trial. So that's why she didn't want to go to court because then be on public record that she was part of it. Now I'm gonna tell you something. You have been sitting in front of Teresa face this whole darn time. You've been talking to his ex, and Teresa been saying, yeah, I think Teresa in the back of her mind been knowing. She said, why she good? Only person was really worrying about Louie, what's going on in their relationship was Margaret. Dolores wasn't worrying. Her own brother wasn't worrying about what's going on in her relationship. I didn't nobody really care but Margaret what was going on in Teresa and them relationship. So to me, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying all the whole damn time, Margaret is an evil person. I really do. I believe she talk mess about it behind everybody's back. Black, I believe she said some stuff about Melissa. I do. I really do believe that she told Laura that Melissa's in the back of the car kissing that dude.
Absolutely.
I really do. She even said she was told Jan once, Jennifer Aiden one time. She said, Nat, my husband do plumbing, and we hear all the time, Joe don't pay nobody.
Yeah.
When Jennifer said it at the reunion, you said, I didn't say that. You talk mess behind everybody's back. Then when it comes to your face, you don't want to say you said nothing. And that was just on my nerve. Meant what you say. You supposed to be the bad and be up on there. Okay, then walk and talk it then. Yeah, I said it. So what? Yeah, I was in her face, but you weren't here lying. The whole darn time you went to girl wedding last year. No, I'm not cutting that. And I promise you, Teresa did her dirt, y'all. Teresa did her dirt. Okay, let's get it cracked. Teresa did her dirt. But not that far away. And I'm so tired of everybody talking about what she told Danielle to pull to her. To me, and I'm gonna be in Teresa's shoes. Like somebody done told me one time, she said, I'll go whoop that big tail. I said, well, then you feel that way, go whoop a tail. And I believe that what Teresa did. I'm for that what Teresa did. So you gonna pull her hair, go pull her hair. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one farm, baby doll. You put some water on somebody, you be on the floor. Now pulling that hair, there ain't nothing. I'm telling you, I'm from the real hood.
Where you
I'm from the
from,
real
Lisa?
hood. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, baby.
Oh, me too. Okay, I know.
Y'all scrap. Y'all
Okay,
like to
I
tussle.
One big
see it.
thing, you know what I'm saying? And not like I'm saying I'm with the party, with the men party. Louis baby, your party boring, baby, okay? That party was so boring, child, from what you doing. But how much I don't like Joe Nim, baby. I would be at Joe party instead of being at that boring party over there, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I be a Joe no party. I don't like John food in his mouth. God, I don't tell you, I don't know how you would say that man lip was swollen because his mouth was something on his mouth. I'm talking about he been using the two double head dildo too much. Okay.
Oh Lord Jesus, not the
Not
double head.
again, Lisa.
The
All
dildoza
right,
is
Lisa, we
back.
got another call in the queue.
Okay,
You got
I'll see
anything?
y'all later. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you and Jamie. Jamie be making them sexy pictures over there on Instagram, and you be showing your sexy legs at the gym. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, Sammy. That didn't make
Let's
me
keep
sexy.
looking and
Get her
keep
off the
liking.
show. Cut the
Now
cameras.
they don't
Cut the
just
cameras.
All right,
I
Lisa. Thank
love
you.
y'all.
Okay.
I love y'all. Y'all next week. Bye bye.
All right.
Why would she
Yeah,
put me
Jamie.
on blast like that?
Yeah, Jamie. Jamie
Lut.
stopped
See,
posting her.
that's
Jamie
very
posting
Marge.
her
That is
Snapchat
very
picture.
Marge of her.
Yeah,
Very Marge of her.
I'm showing a little leg. Jamie giving y'all a little more. You heard it from her
There's a
first.
lot. A lot. Some thighs.
Yeah, next caller
And
is
for
going to
free.
be Sean. What you got for us, Sean?
Hey everybody, how y'all
Hey,
doing?
Sean.
You
Hey,
doing,
Sean.
Sean?
I want to know what has Marge done that Teresa has not done? What is so heinous that she's done that Teresa has not done already? Been doing it for years.
That's
It's
for you,
really
Sammy.
this, this.
They have done the same exact. Teresa's been doing this for years since day one. They've been doing it against Danielle, started off. Then it
Mhm.
was Melissa. They even brought Melissa's old friends and that creepy little man and talking about, yeah, Melissa used to strip for me. She been doing it with Kim D this
Can
Mm,
whole
I ask you
time.
this,
The
Sean?
boomerang
mm,
then hit Teresa in her little
mm,
forehead, and
So,
she don't
Sean,
mm.
like it.
Little
before let me
forehead.
grab the boomerang and hold it for real quick, Sean. You're saying Teresa has done all these things. Were these her friends or were these people she was added with?
Her and Marge is not friends.
No, no. When March started this, did they not make amends and did they decide they were going to
They
move
were
on?
friends. They were
So,
supposed to
what
be
when
friends.
Teresa was doing the things that she was
Well,
doing, was she added with these
They
people or were they
were.
friends?
They was not friends. They were just commingling.
You talking about what Teresa was doing her dirt to the people she was antagonizing, or are you talking
No, I'm
about?
talking about Marge and
No, no,
Teresa.
no.
They
I'm
wasn't
asking you.
friends.
When
They was just
Teresa was doing all the things that you mentioned, was she friends with these people, or were they battling one another on the show? That is the difference. Don't
she
tell me that
been
they were
battling
friends and
people
then you
from
go
day
behind my
one.
back doing a bunch of trash stuff. That's what I can't get with March.
Teresa's been doing it from day one,
Okay.
friend or no friend.
mm,
It's just karma hitting her back. She just mad Marge beat her. That's it. So she want to blame every bad thing that happened in her life. Teresa blames other people. She blamed God for her going to jail, but
mm.
you lied to the court and the judge gave you 3 4 chances to tell the truth about your asset. You still kept lying. That's why you went to jail. You blame every bad thing. Louie been messing with that lady, all them ladies. He's abuser. You don't think that people gonna get mad because you abuse people? You use that investigator to antagonize, interrogate people,
Mm,
but then you wonder, then try to play Mr. Nice Guy on TV. It's just karma coming right back at you.
mm.
And you always believe in these men. You believe Joe. You believe him. Like you should have learned from Joe to have some discernment. Think for yourself. If all these exes saying this about your husband, maybe it's true. Red flags all over the place.
Well, that wouldn't be
But
fair to
it
say
what
because if the
kills.
whole cast is saying Marge has an arsenal, maybe it's true. Red flags all over the damn place.
Okay, maybe it's true. But don't get mad because your man did stuff in the past that's coming out in blogs.
Well, let me put
Then
it.
people went to blogs.
Real Housewives of New
Ooh,
Jersey.
hold on, turn me off. My bad. Turn me off. It's still doing it. All right, I have a question for you though. Actually,
Yes.
hold on, Siri, turn the TV off because Siri is tripping. All right, so in a different perspective, what if, for example, in this situation, like how they're coming for a Louis, whatever, in this, I lost my damn question. It'll come back. Go keep going. Damn
But
TV.
what Mars was doing was trying to get Louis to get in front of these stories and explain himself. But Teresa kept trying to hide him and wouldn't let him talk, wouldn't let nobody say anything to him.
Speak your speech,
That's why
Sean.
the ex-wives in the blogs can say whatever they want. She gave him a chance to say what he needed to say to squash it all, but Teresa threatened everybody when text message, don't say nothing to Louis, especially when they was at that shore house in Jersey.
I think what Sammy was trying to say is that in the moment, whether you think they're besties, friends, or not, whatever, they did make amends. They were supposed to be okay, right? But it seems like before that, and maybe up until this point or whenever, Marge had been, trying to like do things. And what reason would Marge have to be doing all this digging on Teresa versus in the past?
It wasn't.
Hold on, let me finish. Versus in the past.
Okay.
Versus in the past, if Teresa was doing these things, you saying that Marge is also doing, where she was doing it against people that she was actually having a face off with, like a true storyline beef, whatever. I think that's what you asking, Sammy. Kind of, because in this moment, like it's really from the very beginning when we started reviewing this season, because we started reviewing it on that season when they started to have the issue. It was never really Marge's place to do all these things, to say all these things. Like, it was, she really was talking out of turn, whether she knew things. Because my thing is, I could see if it was like Dolores who may have some kind of concern, but Marge wasn't really showing concern. She was just poking and pulling and trying to. She really was making it worse.
She'd be messy.
Right?
And
so
it was nothing for him to get in front of because we didn't know the damn man. So that was Marge just being messy.
It was really never her place to do any of the things that she did at the beginning to even start it. Versus whereas if Teresa did do it in the past, if you feel like that way, she clearly was doing it with people that she was having issues with, and they were having these little, back and forth. Marge just kind of put herself in something that really had nothing to do with her at all.
Marge was trying to warn Teresa because he was love bombing her and he came off real creepy.
You can't.
Yes, he was. He didn't come off creepy and love bombing her.
What I'm saying is, you cannot convince me that Marge had any concern about Teresa, who she was in love with and married. You cannot convince me that. That is not true. Stop it.
So when he can make her broke and her kids don't have their future,
if that happens,
all the scamming he doing now, all the lawsuits that's coming up about money.
If that happens, and if that could very much so happen, but that has nothing to do with Marge, and Marge would not care. If whether she won her or not, Marge is going to still have the same laugh that she would have whether she won her or not. That is not going to change anything. Stop it, please.
Okay, but Marge tell Dolores he should marry you. He should have been divorced. That she do put have concern.
No,
she just want to put you up on game so you don't get used.
Marge is not nobody I want to take no marriage.
Please stop it.
Well, it ain't marriage. It's relationship. It ain't really marriage.
He has a closer relationship with Dolores too, so I can see why she would feel comfortable and be okay with telling Dolores these things.
Okay, put yourself in Marge's shoes. Okay, say Sammy, you got a new man. Mm-hmm. All them red flags. So none of y'all gonna say anything to Sammy if he got the same red flags as Louie.
Oh no, we absolutely would.
You know what, Sean? I got another caller. You type person that you get your business, child, and then you'll end up getting involved because you won't leave your business. You should just let them people do what they do.
Okay. All right. Talk to y'all later.
To Sean's point, we haven't seen the scene where Teresa's cussing Louie out for spending all her money that they showed in the preview. They cut all that out.
That could very much so happen, but that is not our business, baby. If that happened, it's just gonna happen. So,
okay, bye.
Shut that. All right, bye.
All right, I need to call. We got 2 more calls.
Sammy, she ate you up though, friend.
She's still hungry, baby. She's still hungry.
She ate you up, friend.
No, we appreciate it. I understand what she's saying.
I love Sean.
You can't convince me that Marge had any real concern for Teresa in her love life. I'm sorry. That is no.
None. It was an
No.
opportunity.
It was. And it's made for okay TV. But yeah.
Take it too far.
All right. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate the commentary. And obviously we welcome all opinions and thoughts. All right. Next call is going to be Paula Girl. How you doing?
Hi guys.
Hello,
Hey,
Hey.
hello.
Can you hear me?
we can hear you.
Okay, excellent. Hi, can I please give a huge shout out to the caller? To oh no, not the caller, Jamie Benson. The
Oh, Jamie.
comments.
Yes, right here. The other Jamie, not you, Jamie.
Yeah,
This
not you.
Yeah, not you. No, 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 no. Sorry. I love you, Jamie. I actually do. No, it's actually that's an excellent point. Red flags or not, a person is allowed to choose their partner.
yeah.
Stupid, not stupid. This is what bothers me about commentaries sometimes. It's like, oh no, you should not, Gail, get out of Gail, get out of it. No,
Yeah.
it is her key. We don't know where she's gone to prison for Christ's sake. You know, you don't know what that's like. I thank God I've worked my whole life to never ever experience that. Anyway, my point with the whole Margaret thing, people always cheer her when she's doing some really, people say shady, quote unquote shady, oh, gangster. Now, in the real world, those could be actionable. She initiated. Teresa got a boyfriend and she got activated for no reason. Or maybe she had a reason. She she went and dug up. Who cares? Louis is Louis. I don't like him. He's not my cup of tea at all.
Yeah.
But
A little weird.
so, like, I don't know. I have a little soft spot for Teresa because, like, she's this like little girl in an adult body, and she just manages to like raise these beautiful children, put up with this like weirdo husband, the juicy whatever Joe, whatever
Juicy
she calls
Joe.
him. Yeah,
So,
you say, oh, he's not juicy. Who cares? Um, but the thing is, like, the woman has been swimming against the waves and the streams and her entire life. Her father apparently was a very abusive person,
Hmm.
and she was not allowed to have her life. She had to go from her father to this little, whatever.
mhm.
I don't want to say his name anymore. But and then even after she came back out of jail, she's like Martha Stewart level. She came back with a force. I don't know. I have a soft spot for her. I do. And she doesn't think quickly. And I think one thing she said to me, have you guys seen the podcast where it's just her, not with the other woman?
Mm.
It's like she like English is a second language for her.
Wait,
It is like her first language is Italian. So when people see her kind of like woo, kind of like have like a meltdown when people speak fast to her, it's like me. Like I had to learn English at age 18. Like I always have to translate. So you get a lag. It doesn't matter. I'm 50, and I still every now and then, like when people talk too fast, I have to like go, oh wait, and I look stupid.
Um,
Mm.
I
So I
agree.
don't.
Like everybody, she's allowed to make her mistakes, and I think that we would be more invested if we believed that Marge was coming from a place of genuine concern. But you and I know
Mark is
Marge was
not.
not. So it negates the whole purpose. Teresa's dumb. She makes really dumb decisions when it comes to men,
Yes,
but they're hers to make.
absolutely,
Who amongst us
absolutely.
hasn't?
Hello, Henry.
I think we cannot. I'll say this, and we got another caller. Oliver girl. We cannot,
Okay.
just because she had the situation with the other Joe and went to jail, we cannot make that be like the overarching thing of all her relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some Skittles. Who got some Skittles? What's that?
Okay.
that's a
Oh,
Skittles.
that's some
Now, may I just ask you a quick question?
Uh huh.
Um, are we? Just to be clear, I'm not giving her an excuse.
Yeah.
It is just like it's not fair when she she did not before Marge came on the scene. There were no like diving into people's things. Siggy brought her and she destroyed Siggy. And I'm not a fan of Siggy. She's like, Siggy has her own problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like her. But Marge really brought the dark matter into this show, and Teresa is not equipped. I'm, I don't care. It's fine.
Okay. Well, Oliver girl, we got another call. Two more callers in the queue. All right, so y'all better stop joining this queue late now. But I'm gonna let y'all on.
Okay, it's past 8 o'clock.
All right.
It's dumb. Past
Okay,
8 o'clock.
thank you guys. I love you. You guys are
Bye.
awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Oliver girl. Next call is going to be Justin. Hey, Justin, how are you?
Hey y'all. See, okay.
Hey.
This episode just proved to me that all season Teresa was vindicated. I don't care what nobody says because so ever since Teresa really walked back in the scene, they talked about her. Non-stop. You see it. The first scene, Melissa tried to get Teresa's attention. Teresa said, nope. She walked the other way. Like it's the only one Teresa's been wanting to smoke for is Margaret. That's the only one she's really been talking about this whole season.
Yeah.
None of the whole thing with John Fuda. After that little sit down, you ain't hear her Teresa talk about them. Not at all. And what was making me weird and crazy about when I saw the preview of the finale is the fact that you realize that Jen and Danielle were in the same room together, and all of a sudden they fight. All of a sudden, what? That's crazy to me. Danielle don't need to be on this show. I'm sorry, she's tacky. She's very tacky, but I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of laugh when Margaret sent the flowers. Like that was funny. Like I don't even like her, but I was like, dang, that's. But that's how I felt when the bottle came to Melissa's house. I was like, that's what you get. But it was like, I don't know. But I personally feel like the reboot is coming, but honestly, I'm okay with Teresa leaving. Because like we said, she doesn't look like herself that she's been looking like. Like she looks like really stressed out and stuff. But I would prefer her to like leave and move on and do something different. Like let them try to work. But and like I want to answer this question for all the Melissa fans. Without Joe or Teresa, Melissa would be nothing. Nothing. The only reason why Melissa is still on this show is because Andy likes Joe and he likes Teresa. Melissa's just tolerable. She's just there. She gave friend of the show all season.
So what's your question?
How does I forgot. Never mind. But yeah,
You better protect yourself, child. Them Melissa stairs gonna get you.
Listen,
They better leave
I'm
him
trying to
alone.
get you to spit it out because they're gonna eat you up.
They crazy, Justin. I don't know.
but it's like I don't. It's like what like okay, be honest. Like, what does she really bring? Like okay, besides her being a good mom, what else does she do?
She has a really great clothing store. Is it
Oh my
Envy?
gosh.
No, Jamie shops there. He bought a sweatshirt from there.
Don't
That's what he
and
wearing.
don't
No.
and don't. This is Versace.
He also shops at Tags.
But it's like every storyline she's had is a like flop, like the singing career, then the wanting to have a baby, a boy, and then that didn't work. It's like
The sister, the fake
yeah,
sister.
there you go, the fake sister. It's like, and then why is Margaret here? She doesn't have kids. We ain't seen Margaret's kids.
Well, they're adults.
Right, but
That ain't her.
has it, I want actual proof that Louis talked about the son. That's all I want to know. If the son did, if I want to hear some voice recording or something, if I don't hear Louis' voice actually come out and threaten him, then I don't believe it. Because you keep saying it, but I want actual evidence.
Mm.
So, but that's all.
I mean, the fact that Dolo got up there and said, "We're shutting this down right now. We're not talking about this. Everybody shut up." That was proof enough for me.
That was
Yeah,
about her son.
Mm.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So Louis talks about kids.
No,
yeah.
that was her
That
husband.
is
Excuse me, her ex-husband.
Mm.
All right, Justin, we got
all
one more
right.
call in the
Thank
queue.
you
Thank
guys.
you for calling, okay? And your commentary, okay? You have a good night.
You too.
All right, our final caller for tonight is going to be Moonchild 71. I thought it said 708. I was like, oh my girl's there. Is that 708 or 702? Which one is that? 702?
That's
Okay,
702.
close enough.
Hey, where your girls at? From the front to back.
How you doing, Moonchild?
Yes, and I'm definitely feeling you guys.
Right.
Okay?
Oh,
I've been here all
oh.
season with
Okay.
you guys.
We thank you.
And I thank you for covering the show. You guys are my favorite content creators for the show this
Mhm.
season. So I want to give you guys that. Just basically piggybacking off of what everyone has to say. Yes, I am a tree hugger. What Marge want to say, tree hump. Let me tell you something. I'm so much smoke for Marge.
Uh-oh.
Marge is not even ready for nobody like me. She lucky. She, she's lucky. I'm not related to Teresa because I would drag Marge. She think
Oh.
Danielle dragged her with that ponytail. I would have dragged Marge all the way up down to Little Italy in the Bronx. Okay,
Mm.
Where you
Marge
from?
don't even know
I
where
was about to say, wait,
she
are you from the
messing with.
Bronx?
Absolutely,
And I knew it.
absolutely.
And I
From
knew it.
from right outside Little Italy. Let me tell you something. Marge, Melissa, what's the
Rachel Fuda.
let me whoa. Let's talk about it real quick because I don't want to keep you guys up too much. But let's talk about it. What they said John Fuda was doing a home invasion? Home invasions?
Home invasions.
So
Oh,
you know what that mean? You know what that mean? That mean he the boogeyman, right? He the boogeyman? He the boogeyman creeping in your house at night? Yo, that's crazy. And he want to sit up there talking about people with his boogeyman self, and his wife look like the boogeyman too. Listen, listen. Bravo's listening. They know what I'm talking about. They need to get rid of Marge. Marge is crazy. Why would you sit? Listen, I know everybody thought that funeral flower thing to the house was funny, but let me tell you something. That was not funny.
hmm.
That was not funny. Why do that to Teresa? Spooking her the hell up like that. Okay, y'all know Teresa crazy. Y'all, everybody know Teresa ain't been in her right mind,
Oh,
losing her parents like that, and then not even being able to, be family with
yeah.
Joe because Melissa's so hateful. Listen, they talk about how Teresa's sick, this and this and that. Listen, Teresa is sick. When I listen to other interviews with Teresa, she is always trying to seek validation. Remember, right? Do you guys remember? She's always seeking validation. You know where that comes from? That comes from abuse, y'all. That comes from abuse. Another caller came up and said it, but it's really true. It comes from years and years of abuse. She's always seeking validation. Everything she does, everything she says is discredited and critiqued and questioned. She
Oh,
can't even she can't even trust her own choices. She doesn't even have confidence in her own choices, which is why she clings to her kids so much. Like this, like it's been like the Hunger Games for Teresa. Like
mm.
it's crazy. Like everybody just needs to stop playing. This is serious. It's going too far. Marge went too far. Now, if y'all not, if ever they want to turn this around and make it to seem like Teresa's the boogeyman, Andy and them need to stop it.
Mm.
Marge is wicked. That lady is wicked. She
Mm.
is wicked on so many different levels. I swear, y'all. I can't even say nothing. But again, I want to give you guys kudos. You've had my engagement for the whole season. Continue. If you guys are gonna review other shows,
Yeah,
then
we are.
I'll watch it with you guys.
Yeah, we
Please do.
pretty much cover all the shows. I know that we're gonna do Salt Lake City, and then we're gonna do probably Atlanta, Potomac. We do Beverly Hills.
Okay, I
Maybe some
won't
other
be
shit.
here for Salt Lake City. I'll be here with you
She
guys.
said, "No, thank you. No, thank you."
I'll be here for Potomac. And I'm gonna spin the block with Atlanta. No, I don't like Kenya. No, I don't like Candy. I'm so glad that they going. Yes, bring Phaedra back. Portia, I don't know. Drew.
Hold
Okay,
on,
let me
Stephanie.
see what
Wait a
you got.
minute.
Let me see what you got. I'm here for the new girls. I want to see the new girls. I want to see the fresh faces. You know what I mean? I'm here to be 100%
Finally,
biased with the new
someone with
girls
some
and
sense.
and see what they got. Let's see what ATL got.
Yeah.
All
It's gonna be
right.
interesting. But we'll be around. Like if you subscribe to the channel and you look
I
like get
am
the notifications,
subscribed.
we post like what we're gonna do. As of right now, the next show is Salt Lake City. So and that we
Okay.
haven't decided really gonna do it yet. That's just me speaking, ahead of my time. But yes, we do have other shows and we'll be doing other shows. So we thank you
Okay,
for
so I
being
will be right here giving you guys
I love
engagement.
you. I
You
love
guys
your
are up
energy.
next.
your
You
I
energy.
guys
love
are
you
up
so
next.
much.
Listen, Bravo is listening. They follow me. Trust
We
me.
hope
You
so.
guys are
Listen,
up next. You guys are up next. You have
Listen
my
to her.
engagement. Let's go.
we appreciate
Let's
it.
go.
Thank you, Moonshine. Okay, have a good
I
night.
love it.
Bye.
All right, good night.
Bye.
All right, that was a great way to
I
end.
love that.
Tonight was the callers just kept coming. Make sure that you guys we encourage y'all to continue to call in. But we gonna talk all day. But when we don't want to talk no more, when hear what y'all got to say, it's always good to hear different opinions, different perspectives, even if we
Yeah.
don't agree. AKA Sean, because Sean will get up here and she
Sean
don't
gonna
care
fight.
if we say the house is blue, she gonna say it's red, and that's all I see. Okay. With that being
She told
said,
Sammy up.
thank
She
y'all
told
to
Sammy up.
all of our callers tonight. Justin, Moonchild, Lisa, Sean. Did I miss anybody? That was everybody, right? Yeah, that was
Was
it.
it the boy? What was his name?
I said Justin.
Not the ball.
Justin.
Justin.
Yeah, it was Justin, Lisa, Sean, and Moonchild were our callers for tonight. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. I'm getting a little older. I'm 34
Mm.
to be exact.
He's approaching 50.
We missed somebody, but I forgot her name.
Did we miss somebody for real? Oh no, and Paula Girl. Yeah.
But yes.
There we go. I was like, wait, it was somebody else. Thank y'all for watching with us. Like I said, we've been here because of y'all. Really, like this show we enjoy it, but I will say this show has been like meh, But I enjoy getting on camera to talk about it with these two and Danny and talking with you guys. So it's always a good time. It's always an escape. So continue to support us, and we'll be here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Next week is the finale. Hopefully we can get the full panel up here, us and Danny, and then you never know. Maybe I'll see if some of the other lean co-hosts want to chime in and kind of like do like a little. It ain't gonna be
Not a
no
super lean. Not a super lean.
Y'all know
Not
how
a super lean. My God.
That
but
nigga got PTSD.
allow some of the other panelists to get on if they're watching to give some opinions. We can maybe hit up Chase and whoever else, Jazz, whoever. We can get them on the show and talk about the show. So we'll see. Like the video, subscribe, and we will see y'all next week for the finale. Okay, you have a good night and peace.